lovely people, welcome back. Nice to have your company as always. Now, we have got a massive brand new adventure to talk about in the next half an hour, and we've already taken you to the Rocky Mountains of Canada and Alaska via the Rocky Mountaineer, but now we're taking you in a completely new direction.
An extraordinary place deserves an extraordinary way to see it. The Rockies to the Red Rocks brings 30 years of Rocky Mountaineer world-class service to the stunning desert vistas of the American Southwest. Traveling from vibrant Denver, Colorado, past some of nature's wonders, vast canyons, inspiring deserts and panoramic views, to the mesmerizing red rock landscapes that twist bright blue sky. It's rail travel at its best. After all, if you're going to see an extraordinary place, you want an extraordinary way to see it.
Oh my word, what an adventure. And to take us through the adventure, Sarah Revel is here from the Rocky Mountaineer. New friend to the show, welcome.
Thank you so much, thanks for having me.
I tell you what an exciting adventure. And very, very different as well, isn't it?
Extremely
Completely different part of America, but incredibly fascinating.
It's really unique. It's such a beautiful part of the world. I think somewhere that maybe people haven't really thought of so much in the past, but so underrated, just truly spectacular.
And we've talked Rocky Mountaineer before, and of course the iconic journey through the Canadian Rockies we've talked about many, many times, and a lot of people have taken that journey and have said it's unforgettable. And a lot of people have done that journey again and again and again. So they know the experience, they know the ambience, and they know the incredible views. So you've kind of picked that experience up and taken it somewhere completely different.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been around for 33 years. We've had over 2 million guests travel with us, and they all love our experience in Canada. But we've really been looking for somewhere to, you know, get our guests to try somewhere new, but still feel that flavour of all things Rocky Mountaineer. So this is just a perfect route for guests that have travelled with us before, and for new guests coming on board as well.
It absolutely is. Honestly, I mean, I have been doing all of my homework. You've been on this journey.
I have. I've been very lucky.
You can talk us through this journey as well. It is absolutely spectacular. And I think without any further ado, shall we take the journey itself? Now, if you've never experienced the Rocky Mountaineer before, then sit back, relax. You want a glass of something in front of you. So if you haven't pressed the pause button, go get it and come back, because this is going to be quite some experience, let me tell you. Now, the experience is all escorted as well. We're teaming it up with a cruise a little bit later on, and we'll talk about that later on. But we're going to start off in Denver, in Colorado, and that's where this experience starts. That's where we pick things up, and we've got some time. We've got a free day in Denver.
We do.
What an incredible city.
It's a great city.
It feels like it's unknown. It feels like not really talked about very much.
I think so, yeah. Again, talking about these underrated places, I think Denver's definitely one of them. It's got a lot to offer, definitely enough to do over a couple of days, and it's known as the Mile High City because of its altitude. So great cosmopolitan city, lots of bars, museums, restaurants, boutiques, also known as the Napa Valley of craft beer.
And you have to see the Union Station as well.
Oh,
it is incredible. Right, let's take the main attraction then. This is the Rocky Mountaineer. Incredible. And you've got 2 full days of scenic journey with the most incredible ambience on board as well. Talk us through it as we go through the journey.
Absolutely.
Sarah.
So your first day, you're going to be leaving Denver in the morning, heading up to Glenwood Springs, arriving around about 5 p.m. that evening. So it's a full day of indulging, relaxing, seeing spectacular scenery go by. You've got the American Rockies in Colorado. So we've got steep canyons, following the Colorado River for a lot of the day as well, and really going to some places where you can't actually access by any other way apart from train. What you see there is the Moffat Tunnel, so it's actually about 8 miles long, so it's a really cool experience, and then you emerge into the daylight afterwards. Really fantastic canyons, and you can see the train moving past the Colorado River here. That evening, you'll spend the night in Glenwood Springs, which is a really lovely little town.
What a cute place.
It's so cute.
Oh, my word.
It's actually where people in Denver go for their little weekend stays, just to get out the city.
Makes sense, because it looks like a bit of a retreat kind of place.
It really is.
And a nice little escape.
It really is. It's actually famous for the largest hot springs pool in the world.
Oh, awesome.
Bigger than an American football pitch. And our guests actually have free access to that, so they can have their indulgent day on the train and then head to the pool in the evening.
Cool. Day 2 we are on right now, and again, just the most spectacular scenery. And just to explain for anyone that hasn't been on the Rocky Mountaineer before, it's a much slower pace. We're not talking about the Shinkansen bullet train in Japan here, are we? We're talking about a nice leisurely pace through this.
We actually go around an average 30 miles an hour, so we call it Kodak speed. So our guests can actually get some good photographs as they're travelling past. But this second day is when we head into Utah. So we cross the Continental Divide, head into the state of Utah, and this is where we see our red rocks, these amazing alien landscapes as we pull into the little town of Moab.
So day 1 and day 2, in terms of the surroundings and the sceneries, are actually quite different, aren't they?
Incredibly different, really diverse landscapes, yeah. And it's important to note that our guests don't sleep on the train either, so they will actually sleep in hotel accommodation in Glenwood Springs. In
these cutest little places, like little bolt holes, it's like this was just so beautifully curated. Then we arrive, of course, into Moab, and Moab, oh my word. Now this is your gateway, this is where you leave the train, but we've got a free day here, and that free day, oh my word, you can pack a punch with that day, can't you?
You can indeed. So Moab itself is a really cute little town, as you've mentioned. Great if you want to go buy some cowboy boots, perhaps. It's got this incredible backdrop of red rocks, and you've got really prime access to the 2 national parks of Arches and Canyonlands, which are easily accessible within about an hour, hour and a half of Moab.
And you can do very, very physical things there.
You can if you want to.
Water rafting, paddle boarding, helicopter tours, there's so much more. And then we actually head into the national parks themselves, don't we?
We do. So yeah, this package will actually leave Moab and head on up towards Bryce Canyon, and you'll be going past Capitol Reef, which is another one of the Mighty 5 national parks. Really spectacular landforms. So you're getting to see all of the Mighty 5 Utah national parks on this package.
And you're actually seeing it because actually, I mean, you know, the train journey is amazing. There's no other way to cover the distance and the scenery the way you are. But actually getting into the national parks, and you're here on coach journeys, aren't you?
You are.
You are really immersing yourself in it. You're really getting that experience. And I think that's so important. That's why, I mean, this has so much variance in the package all the way through it, doesn't it?
It really does. And you're with an escorted guide, so they'll be able to talk about the history of the region, how these amazing landforms have been created over millions of years. So it is definitely the best way to see it and get the most out of it.
And just rewinding back to the train for a second, again, commentary on board as well.
Correct,
And so the highlights are kind of being picked out for you. And you mentioned when we were talking before we came on air, that actually there might be a bear or two along the way here as well, which I didn't necessarily expect.
I can't guarantee it, but definitely last year a lot of our guests and our hosts on board were lucky enough to see some bears, so I'll keep everything crossed.
So after 2 days exploring these wonderful national parks, well, guess what? Because unless you've looked at a map so far of America as to where we are, just down the road just happens to be this funny little place called Las Vegas, which I was lucky enough to be at the back end of last year. And what a fitting end. Even the journey, funnily enough, going from the national parks, going through what feels like, Martian landscape, and then suddenly arrive in this bonkers place, which is Vegas, and everything that it has. You've obviously been to Vegas as well. What were your highlights, Sarah?
I mean, the Strip is just unbelievable, isn't it? Every hotel is so unique, and you have to see a Cirque du Soleil show when you're in Vegas. That's my top tip.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be done, hasn't it? It is one of the most bonkers places on Earth, and depending on which of our packages you'll take, you'll have varying nights in Vegas to enjoy everything on offer as well. It really is one of the most incredible places, let me tell you, and this is just the start of this holiday. So let's take the first of these adventures then, shall we? So this offer brings in a Princess cruise into the mix. This is the Rockies to the Red Rocks and Classic California Coast package for 20 nights going on the 23rd of October. So we'll fly you out to Denver and we'll do that 6-night Rocky Mountaineer experience that we've just taken you through. Amazing and incredible. Of course, it ends in Vegas. Now on this offer, there are 4 nights for you in Las Vegas and you are going to love it. Hotel on the Strip included there for you as well, room only. You're going to have an incredible time. After that, we will fly you to Los Angeles, which is only a short flight away, and you've got 2 nights in a hotel there. Then it is cruise time. Yes, we're finally somewhere where we can take a cruise from, which is LA, and we've got 7 nights on Discovery Princess. An incredible, incredible ship, and of course you can make your cruise all-inclusive very, very simple and easy by adding Princess Plus or Premier to this one as well. Your cruise is 7 nights, so we go out of LA to San Francisco and see those steep streets, into Monterey, which has a wonderful coastline and a famous aquarium as well. A day at sea into San Diego, the famous zoo there, of course, on the west coast, just above the Mexican border there, and then into Ensenada in Mexico, where you can visit one of the oldest wineries there, and then you'll leave the ship in LA and then fly back to the UK. Now, the price tag on this package, £5,099 per person. What an epic package, though, you have enjoyed. If you think about it, it's 20 nights all told. Now, remember, the Rocky Mountaineer package and the tour that we're talking about here is available right the way April through to October, with a variety of cruises here as well. So if you think about it, what we have here is all of your flights. So your flight from the UK out to Denver to start that wonderful escorted tour with the Rocky Mountaineer, the time in the national parks and the time in Moab as well is incredible. That's included. Then of course you finish that tour in Las Vegas. Your 4-night hotel stay there is included. Then the flights to LA, that's in there as well. 2 nights in a hotel in LA, 7 nights on the cruise on Discovery Princess, and then of course your flight back from LA as well. You've got your prices on screen if you want to upgrade in terms of the cruise as well. So up to an ocean view, a balcony or a suite. And don't forget, of course, you can make that all-inclusive as well with Princess Plus or Princess Premier. Now, if you want to know more, all you need to do is pick up the phone and speak to our team right now. It's a free call, remember, 0800 953 4700. And this is just one of a few offers that we've got, including this incredible holiday package. Wowzers, honestly, and there are many, many more opportunities as well. Don't forget, of course, we have been talking about the Canadian Rockies journeys as well. They're all on our website at Cruise1st.tv. But let's talk about this brand new route, Sarah, because it's just so exciting. Let's focus on service and what we can expect. Because if I said, OK, we're here not far away from Manchester in our studios right now, if I was going to spend a day on a train in the UK, for me, it wouldn't be the most exciting prospect. But this is very, very different, just in terms of the train itself.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the train itself, because this is no ordinary train, is it?
No, it's the most beautiful train you've ever seen. So we have something called silverleaf carriages on board this train. So forget everything you think about trains in the UK. This is supersized. So our silverleaf carriages have got these big, oversized picture windows. So when you sit in there, you're really immersed in the scenery. You've got incredible viewing. All the seats have got tons of legroom. They recline. It's a really relaxing experience.
They spin round right as well,
They can spin round. So if you've got a group of 4, we can spin you round, have a gin and tonic with your friends if you want to. But it's super relaxing. You've got a footrest as well. And it's just the most beautiful way of sitting back, relaxing and watching the world go by.
And you are being guided through the journey as well, because I think sometimes there's nothing worse than seeing something significant and not really knowing, or you know, where's my guidebook, what was it? You know, so you are actually being guided through, but in quite a comfortable way, not in an obtrusive way.
No, of course, yep. So in every carriage we'll have a team of 2 or 3 hosts. So they are there to serve you your food and your drink, but they also story tell throughout the day. So they will point out any historic landmarks, they'll They'll talk about how the railway was actually built. That's no mean feat through some of these rocky landscapes. And they all have a great sense of humour. They're there to entertain you and really make sure our guests are having the most fabulous experience.
Let's talk about food. We talk about that quite a lot on this channel. Obviously, we were talking about cruises quite a lot. So on the train, what can we expect?
So we don't want our guests to go hungry, and we really want our guests to feel like they're in the southwest of the States. So all of our food will be flavours, locally sourced. All of our wine will be actually Colorado wine, which is actually surprisingly good.
Nice.
And the beer will be from the Denver Brewing Company as well. So you really are getting an authentic kind of American experience. We serve a breakfast and a lunch on board the train, hearty portions and snacks throughout the day as well. We don't serve an evening meal because you'll be in your destination at that point.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I've never needed an evening meal after being on the train. You are rolling off that train after a full day of food.
And let's just very, very quickly touch on luggage, because there is, I notice with these great big windows everywhere, I'm like, okay, where does the case go? Where does
Very
the case
good
go?
question. So it's a really seamless process. So our guests will give us their luggage in the morning at their hotel. It will actually travel by road, which is probably quicker than our leisurely train. And what that means is it's going to be waiting for them in their hotel room when they arrive in Glenwood Springs.
Now that's the ultimate in relaxation. So all you need is your little bag of stuff you'll need during the day.
Binoculars, maybe.
Yeah, your phone, your glasses, that kind of thing. And that's it. Everything else is taken care of. This is the most spectacular experience. There's also Silverleaf Plus.
There
as
is,
well, isn't there?
So if guests want a little bit of something extra, a bit of added luxury.
A bit of an upgrade.
Bit of an upgrade, yeah. We have Silverleaf Plus. So you will sit in your Silverleaf carriage, but we have access to 2 lounge cars. So
and they are incredible.
They're great. You can get cocktails in there, canapes. One even has a piano, and comfortable leather seats so you can interact with your other guests, chat to the host, and just wander up and down a little bit between those 3 carriages.
And the reviews that have come in from this route already, I mean, I've been reading them left, right and centre, and people say, oh my word.
Yeah.
I thought that Canadian Rockies experience couldn't be topped or matched in any way. Well, this has certainly done it, hasn't it?
Definitely, and it's completely different scenery. So I think people might think it's going to be the same as Canada, but it's really not. And what better way to travel than sitting back with a glass of wine, watching this incredible mountain scenery go past. So yeah, the feedback's fantastic so far.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not surprised. Let's get you on one of these fabulous offers then. So this is the Rockies to the Red Rocks Mountaineer experience that we've just seen. And this one also includes your Mexican Riviera cruise, which is all inclusive and with Norwegian Cruise Line. This is going to be a great one. So again, 23rd of October this year, we'll fly you out to Denver to begin that 6-night Rocky Mountaineer experience, which of course, remember, includes 2 days on the Rocky Mountaineer and so much more. Finishes in Vegas, of course, with 2 nights there, and then we fly on to Los Angeles, and that's where we'll join Norwegian Bliss for 5 nights of all-inclusive cruising up the Mexican Riviera. And we're going to be going out of LA to Cabo San Lucas, where you can go camel riding there, and then on to Ensenada, back into LA, and then flying back to the UK. And remember, with this on the cruise, you've got your premium drinks package included. There's a Wi-Fi package. You've got shore excursion credits, $50 per port, and you've got a night of specialty dining on that cruise as well. All from that incredible price tag on screen there for you, from just $4,799 per person. And don't forget, of course, the Rocky Mountaineer Tour experience and package is available from now right the way through to October as well. You've got your prices on the screen if you want to upgrade on the cruise as well. Brilliant, brilliant time you'll have on Norwegian Bliss. Of course, they're famed for their specialty dining and so much more. And you have so much value packed in there as well. Your drinks and Wi-Fi, excursion credits for the places you're going, and your night of specialty dining, which you are going to love. Now, if you're interested in this package, then call our team right now on 0800 953 4700. And as I've said before, if you've got any questions about any element of the tour, the Rocky Mountaineer package, the cruise, the stays, again, just talk to the team. They can help you with that. I tell you what, I honestly, I don't know which one of these to pick. I really do. I want to do it all. And actually, we've already had a chat. Don't worry, I've already dropped the hints. Don't worry, because you know I haven't been on board yet so far. It's got to happen. Well, listen, let's take you through this amazing escorted package again, because it is just dream worthy. So we fly you out first to Denver in Colorado, and the first thing we have is some time to actually spend in Denver. Some major highlights. Wonderful art museum. It's very picturesque, Denver, actually, isn't it?
Well, you've got the amazing Rocky Mountains in the background as well. So you've got these skyscrapers always looking at these mountains in the background. So it's a really compact city there. You can actually walk around pretty easily, but there is also a free shuttle bus. So if you don't even want to walk the few blocks, Denver has a free shuttle bus, so it can take you around the city centre.
And you've got to go to Lodo, which is lower downtown,
definitely,
as the locals call it. Amazing. Right, let's do this train journey then, shall we? 2 fabulous days. Now, just to reiterate, you're on the train by day, and you're on wonderful, really cute, wonderful accommodation of an evening. Your luggage follows on, so it's not on the train with you, which is brilliant. So it's all being taken care of. It's such a seamless service and journey, isn't it?
That's definitely what we're aspiring for sure. So
awesome.
Yeah, a great experience, and you're 2 days on the train.
So here's what we are seeing. You're seeing the names of these major landmarks. It's funny, isn't it, actually, that you sometimes don't imagine why they give these things names, but of course, you know, these train lines were laid many years ago.
Turn of the century, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it is incredible. And what I love about this as well is every now and again the train has to stop, because obviously there is one line, and there are some junctions where you'll actually wait for some freight traffic to go past. You know, some like commercial traffic, and I think that's quite interesting actually, because you see these trains, you know, it's not just a few wagons of coal that we see on our trains. These are real long. I mean, it's all part of the experience as well, isn't it?
It is. It's always a fun game to count how many carriages they have, definitely. Actually, in Canada, they'll be significantly longer than they are in the States. The Canadian freight trains are they could be a couple of miles long. Yeah.
Well, everything needs to get from one place to another, but look at all of this spectacular scenery here, and you are passing it at a leisurely enough pace to actually be able to capture it as well. So if you want to video it or take a picture of it, then you actually can. As you can see, the people on board are there. I mean, you must have had the time of your life on this.
Oh, we had a ball,
This isn't work, is it?
It's a very hard job I've got. It's a very hard job I've got, actually, No, I mean, we're not zooming past. We are really going at that leisurely pace, so you can actually really get immersed in that scenery, because we don't have scenery like this in Europe, to be honest. It's so different.
And a great atmosphere on board as well. I imagine that people become pretty close pretty quickly.
We definitely encourage that. You will definitely be talking to your neighbours, and our hosts are so friendly. You know, a lot of them have actually come down from Canada to join us on this route, and we have some local Americans as well, and they just have great sense of humour. They're so chatty, they're so engaging.
And again, as we talked about before, the 2 days on the Rocky Mountain here are very contrasting in terms of the scenery that you are seeing as well. Moab, for me, is amazing. So this is where you leave the train, but you are here at the gateway of so much activity in the national parks here. I mean, it's a great place, full stop, but if you really want to immerse yourself, there are so many experiences you can do. Oh my word,
you could spend months in Moab if you really wanted to, and if you're an adrenaline junkie, this is the place for you. But you don't need to do that. You know, you can go on these incredible tours in the national parks. Moab itself is a really lovely downtown area, and a real Wild West flavour to it as well. You can imagine kind of cowboys running through it.
Incredible. And you can be in the air, in the water, wherever you like, to be honest with you. There's so many different ways of seeing it. And then we have our 2 days actually going through the national parks, so Capitol Reef and Bryce Canyon National Park as well. So this is where we're getting really close to the scenery and actually, you know, reaching out and touching it.
Yeah, there's not many people that can say they'll have been to the mighty 5 national parks in Utah, so this package has really got it all. And every national park is very unique, very distinctive. The landforms are completely different. So people ask me which one's my favourite one. I couldn't possibly say, because they're just so unique. And you might think, oh, you know, how interesting can it be? But they are just mind-blowing landscapes.
Well, you can see from the pictures here, I mean, they go from the tallest and highest mountains in this region to these kind of they are kind of like alienscape
They
places.
really
They're
are.
really fascinating.
You can imagine you're on Mars. You really can.
I don't think we have anything like this in
There's
the UK.
nothing.
The UK is beautiful, as we know, and there are some incredible areas. But this has got to be a true journey of discovery, hasn't it?
Absolutely. And obviously the climate's much better as well than the UK.
Well, yeah,
so.
and it does help. It does make a difference, doesn't it? It certainly does in the way that you feel and the experience that you have. I mean, this is a holiday, and I'm sure when you did it, I'm sure that you constantly recall just different things, different memories at different times. It's a memory that stays with you as well, isn't it?
It really is, and especially travelling by train, not many people can say that they do that in these parts of the world. It's truly memorable.
And after, what might have been quite a leisurely journey so far, then you come into the hustle bustle of Vegas. And listen, you can be as relaxed as you like in Vegas, to be honest. You can be sitting down 24 hours a day just watching the spectacle that is Vegas, can't you? Because it is, for people watchers like me, I mean, I am such a nosy beggar. And a people watcher, it's just a fascinating place. But you can see shows. People think that, okay, Vegas, that's just where I go and put lots of money in slot machines and whatever. And honestly, that's just one tiny element.
It's so much more. I think you can go to Vegas very easily and not gamble. There's still so much to do there.
Absolutely.
And it's just, as you say, this completely bonkers place that nowhere in the world is like it. You have to do it.
Yeah, honestly, do not miss the chance to spend some time in Vegas. And depending on which of our packages you actually take, determines how many nights you get to be in this wild, wild city. And you've got to see it. So let's show you another one of these incredible offers. So this offer then teams up that Rockies to the Red Rocks experience, including the Rocky Mountaineer, with a Mexican Riviera cruise, this time with Royal Caribbean. So on this one, we set off on the 18th of September. That's where we fly you out to Denver in Colorado to start that amazing journey. Remember, you've got some free time in Denver. Then you've got the time on the Rocky Mountaineer, through the national parks as well, and that day in Moab as well. You are going to love it. Of course, that ends in Vegas. Now on this offer, we have 3 nights in Las Vegas. The hotel is included as well, room only on the Strip for 3 fabulous nights. I know you're going to enjoy that. Then we fly on to Los Angeles. That's just a short flight, by the way, from Las Vegas. And then we've got 2 nights in Los Angeles as well. So you've got 2 nights there to enjoy and explore. Again, you're going to absolutely love it. And then we have our cruise. Now this is on Navigator of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. And we've got 7 nights of cruising out of LA up to Cabo San Lucas, which has some really fantastic attractions to go and see and amazing beaches, as you can imagine. Then we go into Mazatlan, which has a wonderful canopy center there where you can take a tequila tour and so much more. Puerto Vallarta, you're going to in Mexico as well. 2 days at sea, back into LA, and then the flight back to the UK. All of those flights, that hotel stay, that wonderful Rockies to the Red Rocks package as well, all included at that price tag you see there, $4,899 per person. Don't forget, of course, the Rockies to the Red Rock tour experience is available with various cruise experiences right the way from now through to October of this year as well. Now on this package, if you have any questions, and again if you want to tailor the amount of nights you spend in certain places, then again talk to the team on 0800 953 4700. This is going to be a landmark holiday, so any questions you've got, of course, pick up the phone and speak to the team. There's another one. There's another one. How do we choose? How do we choose from these offers? I have no idea. Of course, if you have any question, we've got a hotline directly to you and your team, Sarah, as well. We've got all of the Rocky Mountaineer offers that there are. I know there are many more adventures for us to talk about as well. So you are going to have to come back, I'm afraid.
I will happily do so.
It's a tough job, but someone needs to do it. Enjoy your next experience.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for telling us about it as well.
Thank you for having me, and we hope to see lots of your lovely viewers on board.
Oh, they will be. They definitely will be. You will be, won't you? Listen, speak to the team right now. Let's make it happen. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Call us now, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.